Hello and welcome to another practice session of ACT Reading. My name is Jordan Boyd, and as you know, I teach AP US History and Honors Modern World History here at West. Today we're going to look at key ideas and details and craft and structure questions. Out of our practice questions that we got 7 total. We'll have 5 key ideas and details and 2 craft and structure. And for our passage today, I tried to find something kind of fun for us. This passage relates to the Grateful Dead, so take a moment and briefly review the questions. Remember, this has to be quick. Briefly reviewing these helps you know what to look for as you begin to skim the passage. And as always, keep in mind that your goal is to answer the questions correctly and quickly, not necessarily to come away with a complete understanding of the passage or new knowledge from what you read. You're there to answer questions right and move on. So take a moment and review these before we move on. All right, here we go. Take a moment. Pause this video, read or skim the passage, and see if you can find answers to 11 and 12. Question 11 says, one main idea of the passage is that the Grateful Dead, and the answer is A, used an innovative recession-proof approach to business that other companies have learned from. If we look to lines 78 through 86, it talks about thriving, not just surviving, but really thriving during hard times. Number 12, the passage most strongly implies that one way Grateful Dead fans are similar to some internet users is that the fans, and the answer is H, formed communities across distances. If we look up to lines 55 through 58, it compares the Grateful Dead community to other communities that are separated geographically but brought together in spaces, online spaces. Here are 13 and 14. Please pause the video now and see if you can find answers. Number 13 says, the author includes quotations from Barnes and Barlow, most likely in order to, and the answer, of course, is B, provide expert support for the idea that the Grateful Dead used savvy business practices. Barnes' quotes start in the second paragraph. Around line 24, he's described as a business professor. And Barlow starts around line 63 over here. He's described as not only the band's lyricist, but also an internet guru. Their expert identities are going to lend credence to what they say and back up the whole point of the passage. Number 14 then says, the passage indicates that one component of the Grateful Dead's business model was that the band, and the answer is G, discovered that a fan given something for free would buy other merchandise. Evidence to support that being the best answer is found in a few places. One of those places is right down here at the end of the third paragraph, where it talks about how the band allows fans to tape the show, understanding they would probably spend money elsewhere, as well as in line 65, where it says the best way to raise demand for your product is to give it away. Both of those are going to support G being the best answer on the board. And here are our final 3 questions. Pause the video now and see if you can find some answers. All right, number 15 says, what connection does Barlow make between the Grateful Dead's business model and Smith's teaching? And the answer is D. By choosing to allow fans to share copies of its songs, the Grateful Dead acted counter to Smith's teaching that scarcity increases value. Starting at line 70, this talks about how scarcity isn't the only way to create value, especially outside of the physical world, especially online. Number 16, the main point of the first paragraph is that various scholars have studied the Grateful Dead because, and H is the right answer, the band displayed rare qualities in a number of different areas. The experts who are interested in exploring the band include engineers, musicologists, and people who study other disciplines. They want to see how the band operated so successfully. And finally, number 17, as it's used in line 5, the word radical most nearly means, and the answer is B, revolutionary. It's radical at the time, but widely emulated today, matches best with revolutionary, which means causing a dramatic change. Here are the answers all in one place, just in case you'd like to see them. Pause if necessary. Hopefully today's practice went well for you, and hopefully you were at least a little bit interested in it because of the Grateful Dead connection right there. Thank you so much for reviewing the ACT reading, and I'll see you next time.